Disney World parks are in major renovation mode, big celebrations are on the horizon, and technology is continuing to boggle our minds. Lots of things are happening in Disney World, and we're here to tell you all about it. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Today I'm here to tell you about the 10 biggest changes coming to Disney World that you need to know about. Now, some of these changes are happening in the near future, some of them are a little further off, and others, well, they've been announced, so we know they're coming eventually. But whatever the case, these changes are going to majorly impact your next Disney World vacation, and you need to be in the know. So let's get started. Early theme park access is going to make a big difference for you beginning October 1st. People who are staying at select Disney hotels will be able to enter the parks 30 minutes before park opening. What do we mean by select? Well, mostly it's the hotels owned and operated by Disney, along with some good neighbor hotels, which are hotels around Disney World. Now, if this sounds familiar, you're right. This is like the old extra magic hours system, but the new system is going to work a little bit differently. Instead of having pre-selected days, you can enter the parks early. As long as Disney hotel guests have a valid park ticket and park pass reservation, they can choose any day for any of the parks to enter before their officially posted opening time. So you got a little bit more freedom there. So say on Monday of your trip, you have a Magic Kingdom park pass and a valid park ticket. You can go to Magic Kingdom 30 minutes earlier. Maybe on Tuesday, you want to go to EPCOT. You've got a park pass. You can go 30 minutes early. Now, 30 minutes before official park opening is lower than it was with extra magic hours. You had more time with morning extra magic hours. And back then you had an hour, so you could hit up a couple of popular rides before everybody else started flooding in. Now you're going to have to choose that one must-do attraction and stick to it because you're only going to have 30 minutes. Now, if you're staying at a deluxe or DVC Villa resort, you'll also have extended park hours for the evening. Now again, little different than extra magic hours. Used to be that guests staying in any Disney World hotel on property would have the extra magic hours benefit. That could mean extra hours in the evening as well as the morning. But now those evening hours are limited only to people staying in deluxe resorts and hotels and DVC Villa resorts and hotels. Disney has just announced the first few extended evening hours dates. Currently, there are 2 Mondays in October where Epcot will be open an extra 2 hours after park close, and 2 Wednesdays where Magic Kingdom will get that extra perk. Those extended hours will be more specific and more in line with how extra magic hours used to work. So certain nights, specific nights at specific parks. And if you're staying at a deluxe resort, you can linger after the parks officially close for the day. All right, Magical Express is ending. Yep, Disney's Magical Express, which provides free transportation to and from the Orlando International Airport, will cease operations at the beginning of 2022. Now, we're definitely going to miss those cheesy know before you go videos that played above our seats on the way to Disney World property, and the operational company of Disney's Magical Express, which is called Mears, promises guests that there will be a new shuttle service starting in January 2022 called Mears Connect. The difference is that will not be free. That will not be automatically paid for with your hotel reservation. You're going to have to pay for that. Originally, Mears stated that reservations for this new service would open up in May 2021. Now it looks like the website has reservations starting in summer 2021. So if you're planning on taking a Disney vacation at the beginning of next year, you may have to plan ahead to get a rental car, an Uber, or figure out another mode of transportation to help you get to and from the parks until Mears Connect has a more concrete idea of when they're starting up. Now, hold on. You thought we were done talking about airport transportation? No. We've got one more thing to talk about, and that's the Brightline train. Brightline Railway Company is also creating a new way for guests to get to the parks from Orlando International Airport. It's a high-speed rail line. It currently travels through Miami and to the Orlando International Airport, but now it's going to expand on over to Disney World and make a stop near Disney Springs. Brightline's recent prices from Miami to West Palm Beach range between $17 to $28, not too shabby for an hour-long train ride. And we're not sure if prices will be that reasonable when they connect to Disney World per se, but we can cross our fingers and hope for the best. Currently, Brightline seems to be facing some delays, and it looks like construction may not begin until 2024, with a potential opening of the Disney Connector in 2026. And things have really been changing with this. There's a lot of delayed decisions. There's lots of news about the Brightline train. So we'll keep you updated and let you know everything you need to know about when that train is finally ready to book and underway. All right, time to talk about EPCOT's major transformation. Back at the 2019 D23 convention, Bob Chapek and Zach Ridley announced all the changes that would be coming to EPCOT, and now we're starting to see them take shape. First things first, you need to know that EPCOT will be sectioned off completely differently in the near future. World Showcase will remain the same, but it'll be followed by World Discovery, which will feature the more space-centered attractions like Mission Space. World Celebration, that'll be toward the front entrance around Spaceship Earth, and World Nature, which will be the land and seas areas. There's also going to be an updated park entrance, so along with the fountain and Leave a Legacy renovations we've already seen take place, EPCOT's new entrance will feature fresh paths, greenery, and more modern, clean designs to greet you at the front of the park. This is why you're still being greeted by Walcott currently when you walk into EPCOT, a park that's about half construction wall. If you head on over to the current Future World, but soon to be World Discovery, Space 220 is still preparing for its eventual opening day. Now, Space 220 is going to be an immersive space station themed table service restaurant that will transport guests 220 miles above Earth via a giant elevator, giving you unique views of space while you eat, according to them. Now, you know how the Coral Reef restaurant is surrounded by giant fish tanks? It's going to be like that, only you're going to be surrounded by massive windows that'll look out toward an entire galaxy of stars and planets and stuff instead. Fun stuff. Now, the restaurant was first announced in 2017. It was supposed to open in fall 2019, then spring 2020, but it's still not open yet. The Patina Restaurant Group, otherwise known as the organization that will be operating Space 220, recently announced that the restaurant is preparing for a fall opening of this year. Of course, this date is loose enough that it could be pushed back yet again if need be, but we find it promising that we've started to see job postings for various Space 220 jobs yet again. And we even saw lights on in the Space 220 building back in February, so that's all got to be good. There were also a few new attractions on the way. One of the more ambiguous ones is called Journey of Water, inspired by Moana, which will be located between Spaceship Earth and the seas with Nemo and friends. The Journey of Water is going to be an exploration trail where guests can interact with living, moving water. Last we heard, this was supposed to open in 2021, though there's no official opening date as of right now. We're crossing our fingers that it's going to be here soon. And let's not forget the Play Pavilion. This high-tech interactive metropolis is going to be located in the former Wonders of Life Pavilion, which is also the same area where a brand new thrill ride is being built, but we're not going to talk about that yet. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Based on the concept art and promotional videos, this new area, the Play Pavilion, is really going to hone in on the advanced side of technology. So we're thinking augmented reality, virtual reality, probably the stuff they should have done in Disney Quest, but we digress. The details of this pavilion are still up in the air. What we do know is that we're going to be immersed in a digitized community of Disney characters, from helping Edna Mode with her latest fashion project to having a water balloon fight with Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Webby. If you don't know who Webby is, you're going to need to watch some DuckTales before this pavilion opens. Don't worry, we think you've got time, especially since the opening date of this pavilion has yet to be determined. Now, many attractions that were announced at the 2019 D23 convention have been temporarily shelved until the foreseeable future, like the Mary Poppins attraction and Spaceship Earth ride renovations. But that Spaceship Earth ride renovation is still rumored to be on the way sometime in the future. And the Festival Center also seems to be on pause. This was going to become the new hip happening place for all of EPCOT's live events and festival editions. According to the concept art, the Festival Center was supposed to be this 3-story, very futuristic Jetsons-like tree building. You know the Jetsons, like meet George Jetson, his boy Elroy? Right, okay, cool. But much like the Mary Poppins attraction and Spaceship Earth renovations, we're not seeing this Festival Center concept art showing up at the EPCOT Experience area. If you don't know what we're talking about, the EPCOT Experience is a projection show that highlights the changes coming to EPCOT. It's located over in the Odyssey Events Pavilion. As more projects become shelved, the projection show becomes shorter, but it's still filled with all the changes we mentioned before, so there's a whole lot to look forward to. Now, we thought the new rides coming to EPCOT deserved a category of their own, so here we are at the new EPCOT Rides section of this video. EPCOT's getting 2 brand new rides. The first is Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which will open on October 1st. This is going to be a trackless dark ride in the France Pavilion that incorporates screen technology and oversized props to make you feel like you're the size of a rat. Side note, why does Disney like to shrink us down so much? We're shrunk down to the size of a toy in Toy Story Land, or shrunk down to the size of a bug and it's tough to be a bug. We used to be shrunk down in that old Honey, I Shrunk the Audience 3D playground way back in the day. Anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind will also be coming to Epcot over in Future World. This will be a high-speed Marvel-themed coaster featuring Disney's first ever reverse launch. Each vehicle system has 360-degree rotation capabilities, kind of like that Escape from Gringotts ride over in Universal Studios' Wizarding World of Harry Potter. As of right now, though, there's no official release date for this new attraction. We're thinking probably 2022. Okay, room updates for select resorts. There are lots of updates and renovations going on at Disney World hotels. Disney's Contemporary Resort is currently retheming all 9 floors of the main A-frame building to feature a retro, modernistic, kind of mid-century look in all their rooms. This look is inspired by Disney Pixar's popular film, The Incredibles. We're talking characters on the decorative pillows, secret super spy findings in table drawers, sleek custom artwork, and eye-catching colors. The rooms are predicted to be finished up by October 1st. And speaking of room re-themes, Disney's Polynesian Village Resort just reopened with their new Moana-themed rooms. Now, these rooms are light, bright, tropical themed, with characters hidden and not so hidden throughout the decor. Rooms at Wilderness Lodge have also been recently renovated with a brighter craftsman vibe as opposed to the deep woods cabin look from the past. And aside from complete re-themes, a handful of deluxe hotels are undergoing renovations that you may want to be aware of before booking a room here. Disney's Saratoga Springs will be experiencing refurbishments in 3 phases, which will last from June 28th to sometime in October 2021, and Disney's Old Key West Resort is undergoing lobby refurbishments until September 2021. Disney's Grand Floridian will be changing their Big Pine Key building into a 200-room resort studios. This transformation is going to start in spring 2022 and should be finished up later in summer 2022. What that means is the new Grand Floridian rooms will accommodate up to 5 guests and be available as Disney Vacation Club villas for members to book as well. If you're a DVC member, this means you're about to have a whole lot more options to choose from the next time you stay at Disney World for vacation. All right, now everything we've talked about this far dovetails into this next big change coming to Disney World that you need to know about, the 50th anniversary celebration. On October 1st, Disney World is turning the big 5-0. But the celebrations aren't just going to last one day. No. This is going to be an epic 18-month extravaganza, kind of like when Mickey turned 90 and he was turning 90 for like 3 years. And that gives everyone who's able and wants to a chance to celebrate Disney World's 50th for the next year and a half. Meaning you can come and buy all of Disney's merchandise and eat all of their specialty food items, and Disney can make as much money as they can for as long as possible. So what's going to be happening during this celebration? First off, there will be lots of iridescent, iridescent, decor and costume designs for the Fab Five. Cast members, Cinderella Castle, all going to be decked out for the 50th. Now, Cinderella Castle already got a head start here. If you go to the parks now, you'll see the castle already embellished with new fancy flourishes, like draped blue and gold ribbons, big gems and jewels, shimmering spirals around the spires, and even a big old 50 plaque, so you know exactly how old it is. But that's not the only way Cinderella Castle is going to transform during the 18-month event. Each of the main theme park icons, Walt called them weenies, will transform into beacons of light. So new lighting installations are being set up now to bring more projections and lighting to the park icons. Disney World's also going to kick off 2 brand new fireworks shows. Disney Enchantment at Magic Kingdom was made to celebrate 50 years of park magic through music, fireworks, and immersive projections, according to Disney. And those projections aren't just limited to Cinderella Castle anymore. They're going to be transforming all of Main Street USA as well, kind of like Mickey's Mixed Magic over in Disneyland. And then we've got the long-awaited Harmonious fireworks show that will take place on Epcot's World Showcase Lagoon. Harmonious will celebrate culture and music with fireworks, pyrotechnics, and water fountains, aka those giant barges that are in the middle of the World Showcase Lagoon right now. Now, Disney Kite Tales will premiere on October 1st at the Discovery River Amphitheater in Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's a brand new show that's going to feature 3-dimensional kites that will take flight in rhythm with Disney classic tunes. Some of us think these are the kites from Epcot Forever, but we have no idea. We'll let you know on October 1st what we find out. Now, through each of the parks, you'll be able to find Disney's Fab 50 character collection featuring golden statues that are modeled after 50 different characters that have positively impacted the Disney company. So none of those characters that have negatively impacted the Disney company, just so you know. And let's not forget that the remainder of the EPCOT Food and Wine Festival booths are going to open on October 1st, and a new creperie, La Creperie de Paris, will open in the France Pavilion, another way to celebrate Remy's ride debut. Now, the remaining food and wine booths that'll open up for the festival, which is happening now and lasts until November 20th, include the Alps, Belgium, Brazil, India, Ireland, Kenya, Lobster Landing, Mac and Eats, and Spain. Tons of food that day. We plan on conquering it all. I will be there. I can't wait to share it with you, so stay tuned. All right, our next big change coming to Disney World that you need to know about is that Splash Mountain re-theme. Now, Splash Mountain is the water ride over in Magic Kingdom. It's set to be rethemed to Princess and the Frog. The project was announced back in June 2020, but so far we're still able to ride along with Brer Rabbit and the gang for now. The retheme is still slated for the not-so-distant future, though nothing official has been announced besides that the project has been fast-tracked, according to Disney. And the new storyline for this water ride is going to pick up after the film's current ending, so you get to sort of see what Tiana is up to after the movie is over. Next big change is Disney Genie, and I'm not talking about the Genie in Aladdin. Ever wish Disney itinerary planning could be easier? Well, Disney's working on that for you. The Disney Genie planning tool is going to be an extension of the My Disney Experience app. It's going to be made to create custom itineraries for you and your travel party, and the plan is to help new guests and seasoned pros to be able to better optimize their plans and focus on their park must-dos. Now, Disney's even shown us a few example itineraries, such as park plans based around a Royal Princess themed day at Magic Kingdom Park or a trip around the world at Epcot for foodies. The itineraries are going to be customizable, can be modified whenever, but there's no official release date for when Disney Genie is going to go live. This was another one of those announcements made during the 2019 D23 convention that we're still waiting to see happen. It is in the works though, not shelved. They did tell us that it's definitely moving forward. Now, Tilak Mandadi, otherwise known as Disney's Executive Vice President of Digital and Chief Technology Officer of the Disney Parks Experiences and Products, which is a lot. He is the DEVPDCTODPEP, gave us a preview on the app back in November 2020. So it's still being shaped, it's still being worked on, and we'll be here waiting patiently for when it drops to the public. All right, the next big change, we're going to head over to Magic Kingdom. The new TRON Lightcycle run is coming to Magic Kingdom. Y'all thought Epcot was going to get all the new fun rides, right? Well, TRON Lightcycle run isn't a brand new concept. It's already a popular high-speed coaster in Shanghai Disneyland, but now it's also coming to Tomorrowland in Orlando, Florida. On this one, you're going to be able to ride your own Lightcycle through a high-tech show building filled with bright lights and intense thrills based around Disney's live-action TRON film. Construction is well underway. The train has been closed for like 3 years now or something because of TRON, but the ride's not going to be completed in time for the 50th anniversary opening day as far as we know. That being said, we should see it open up sometime during that 18-month celebration, which means the train will come back too. All right, number 10 change coming to Disney World that you need to know about. The Disney Dining Plan is returning. We got to talk about that. The Disney Dining Plan allows guests to purchase dining in advance with several options from just grab-and-go quick service meals to 3 full sit-down meals per day, plus snacks and refillable mugs to be used during your whole trip. The Disney Dining Plan hasn't been available for guests since the parks closed last year, but Disney recently announced that it will indeed return soon. Much like many of the entries on this list, we again can't tell you an exact date that this dining plan will be returning, but we can assure you that Disney will be bringing the system back for you to use for future Disney World vacations if that's your prerogative. Sign up for our newsletter to be the first to hear when the dining plan will be coming back. You know, as soon as we hear about it, we're going to be sending out that email, even if it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so you can add it to your trip or book it ASAP. Now, we've got one honorable mention in our video today. This would be a pretty big deal change, and we need to talk about it. Could FastPasses become a paid option? We're not quite sure what to expect here. FastPass Plus has not been available in Walt Disney World since the parks closed. And even though crowds are increasing and social distancing is no longer in Walt Disney World, which was the reasoning for taking away FastPass in the first place, it has not returned. Now, Disneyland Paris just announced a new FastPass Plus system called Disney Premier Access. Through this system, guests can pay for Premier Access to their favorite rides. We're not talking $9 to $18 for the day, we're talking per person, per ride. So, why does Paris's new system make us nervous for Disney World? Well, we haven't seen FastPasses come back yet. We've seen kiosks start to pop up around the parks again, but we haven't heard anything about FastPass Plus making its return. And like I said, social distancing was the reason Disney gave for not having FastPass when the parks were enforcing that particular protocol. Now that social distancing is gone, they absolutely could bring FastPass back if they wanted to. Now, Disneyland already has a paid Max Pass system that we definitely choose over the pay-per-ride deal if given the option. So is that going to be Disney World's future? Who knows? What we do know is that Disney likes to spring up those extra cash costs on us quite frequently, like how we no longer have complimentary magic bands once we book a hotel room, or how we have to pay $15 to $25 per night to park at a Disney resort that we're staying in and we never had to do before. So not trying to sound salty here, just trying to be realistic and brace ourselves for what might be coming. But for now, we'll try not to think too much about it as we wait in the normal person line to ride Slinky Dog Dash for 180 minutes like everybody else. But the fact that social distancing is gone, FastPass is not back, and there's lots going on around FastPass systems around the world that include paid options is definitely interesting to say the least. And there you have it. There are so many changes coming to the Disney World parks, and a lot of those changes are keeping us on our toes when it comes to exact release dates. As soon as we catch a whiff of any more solidified dates for other experiences and updates, we'll let you know ASAP. But for now, you're in the know, and you'll stay in the know as long as you keep coming back for all of our latest Disney news updates via our newsletter. The link to join our newsletter is right there in the description. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.